Welcome back, everybody. Richard Brubaker, founder of Collective Responsibility with AskTheCollective 31. Today we're here to answer a question from Li Wei-Chi, who asks, how should small to medium-sized businesses approach sustainability? To answer your question, I'm going to kind of take this in two ways. The first way is going to be that you're the standard entrepreneur or small to medium-sized business whose business has nothing to do with sustainability. And the second way is going to be you're the small to medium-sized enterprise or the entrepreneur who wants to actively build a business with a core of sustainability. So as a starting point, you're a small to medium-sized business who is not involved in sustainability as your core, but you have a manufacturing business, you have a sourcing business, you have a consumer retail business, you're in the hospitality, doesn't matter. The first place to start when you're trying to get started, the small steps, is to look internally to your organization. Who are the people, what are the products, and what are the processes that you have internally that you can take steps on? Are you producing or using materials that are environmentally friendly? Are you encouraging your consumers to be environmentally friendly? Do you have strong labor practices inside of your manufacturing facility? What is it that is going on inside of your house that you can clean up first? Layering that up, or maybe as a first starting point, also look inside of your office. What is it that you and your employees can do, your colleagues can do together to have a little bit of an improvement in the community, in the business area that you're in? Is it a day volunteering per year? Is it a day volunteering per quarter? Is it donating some money to an organization that is in need? What I would recommend is, if you're the GM or the founder, ask your employees, ask them or your teammates, what would they like to give money to? What's an issue that they are concerned about? What's an organization that they know? Who is it they collectively want to help because they want to collectively see, feel, participate in this process, What you want to do through this process is engage your employees, engage your teammates, engage your investors, whoever it is that you want to engage in this process from a cultural standpoint. You want them to see that change can happen. You want them to feel like they participated. You want to encourage them to bring the next ideas. One of the organizations that we talked about, I think in 28, maybe 27, was a chairman who set up a scorecard when he was going into factories, beforehand. It had sustainability baked into it, and because of that process, they were able to make better business decisions. That would have only been possible if culturally, inside the organization, the employees, the managers, the executives supported such a process. And I can guarantee you that that process came out of really small actions, but actions that were developed together. So outside of your own four walls, people, product, and process, look at how you can change the culture inside the organization. Now, if you are an organization whose mission it is to solve a problem of environmental, social, economic, or community sustainability, then this is a whole different ball of wax. Now you are a social innovator, a sustainable entrepreneur. You have to develop the people, product, and process that, one, is going to change the world, or at least solve that specific problem. Two, convince the world that your solution is the best one, and then find the way to make that sustainable financially as a business. I have a range of videos on this on my Entrepreneurs for Good series, but a few things that I would approach here. First off, if this is going to be your business, if this is going to be your core, if this is going to be the next 10 years of your life, make sure you know what issue it is that you want to solve and that you have the best idea. There's actually a lot of organizations out there tackling water, deforestation, food safety, elderly healthcare, the gamut. Make sure you know the issue. Make sure you know that your solution will solve an actual problem. This is something we do with big firms, and oftentimes they don't have it right. Small firms tend to jump in a little bit faster because they're passionate, they're fueled with the idea that they can be the change, and that's fantastic. But just do your research. If you're going to be developing product to the market, I think the other thing that you need to do is make sure that you're developing or you're delivering an actual sustainable product. There are a lot of products out there that are not. They're sold as sustainable to the consumer, but when you look behind the scenes, and this could be electronic vehicles, it could be solar panels, it could be new material straws, whatever it may be, a paper straw. There's an entire story, there's an entire process behind it that you need to be sure that if you're going to spend the next 10 years saying that you're focused on sustainability, that you clean up all these processes, or that you find ways to mitigate those and then clean them up over time. The third thing that I think is very valuable is to talk about what you're doing. Not because you're trying to win awards, not because you're trying to show off, but because you're trying to bring awareness to the issue. You're trying to show how you as an individual, as a small to medium-sized business, as a team, are trying to tackle that, and you're trying to engage others to do the exact same thing. The reality for me is, as a small to medium-sized business myself, one of the things that was challenged by or struggled with early on is collaboration and partnerships, and that's kind of the final phase of this. Is I don't worry about people copying me. I don't worry about people stealing my ideas. I worry about impact. And for me, if I have an idea, if I have a team, if I have a product where scale comes externally through collaboration, but also just through the development of an industry that I might have been fortunate enough to participate in early on, that's a great thing for an SMB to be. To wrap this up, I do want to say that I view SMEs, SMBs, innovators and entrepreneurs as really the forefront of driving sustainability to solve these problems. So remain focused on that, and just make sure that whether you're an organization who is just trying to do a little bit better, or an organization who's trying to deliver a solution, you remain impact focused the entire time. So thank you very much for your question. It's a phenomenal question. It's one that I'm asked frequently, and I hope that my answer has provided probably the first or second layer of visibility for you, or has ideated for you.